What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Most Wanted. So I believe this is the first one of these I've made since the Most Wanted update has been out. I don't think I made one last week. So it'll be interesting to see how these players play in the Most Wanted update. Probably going to be going faulty here. I think it's early. Yeah, we can see how these players kind of play around the AI and bosses and vaults in the map. So that's what we're going to do. If you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe to like some more. And comment down below how many crown wins you have so far in Chapter 4 Season 1, because we're getting very close to the end of the season. Very, very, very close. I think there's like 14 days left as of the time I'm recording this. I'm not sure which day I'm going to post this, whether it'll be Friday or Saturday's video. But yeah, we're so close to the end of the season. And it'll be really exciting to see how they change it up going into Season 2, because the Most Wanted update was a very significant end of season update. So, like, changing the game that much at the end of the season kind of has me very excited to see what they have in store for us in Season 2. Hopefully, we are not disappointed. This will also be, like, the first kind of season change we've had in Chapter 4. So, it should kind of, like, set the example for what to expect as far as, like, new seasons are concerned in Chapter 4. But I think the season has been really great as far as, like, the start to a chapter seasons. I think this might be the best, honestly. Where you at, brother? I got loot for you. Is this man outside? Bro, tell me why when I want to die, like, I can't find anybody to eliminate me. It's always a struggle. But, like, if I just play normally, I'll have everybody and their mother landing on me here. I hear this guy. Bruh. He really wanted to hammer smash me. Alright, we are on board with Chill Zaddy. I could not find him in the house. I kept hearing him, but yeah. We kind of just ruined his game probably, though, because, like, whenever I feel bad. Whenever, like, the first person I spectate, it always, like, takes so long for them to kill me that, like, and I feel like they're kind of caught off guard with me just dropping them all my loot, that it kind of, like, ruins them. There is a guy that's pushed up on this building, and I think if you do want to land at one of these vault locations, it is best to land not on the NPCs themselves, because, like, your early game fights are going to be the most chaotic. So I like landing at the top here and then kind of playing from there. You, like, clear this area out and then, like, deal with the AI afterwards. Like, the henchmen are surprisingly dangerous. Like, they have decent aim, they'll fry you, and then they also just have a solid amount of HP, so it takes a decent amount of bullets to kill them. So you really don't want to be dealing with real players at the same time that you're dealing with henchmen. So I like to just deal with the real players first and then hopefully deal with the henchmen afterwards. I'm not really sure what this player is doing. They're just camping. They hear this guy on the dirt bike. Someone just shot an Excalibur at the dirt bike player. I assume it would be the house next to them. He's just gonna, like, chill and wait. I think maybe he's trying to bait the capture point. He's got okay loot. I'm not a huge fan of the machine pistol, but it gets the job done in close range, and he also has, like, a solid thunder shotgun, full HP, a good pump. Like, this player, decent foothold in this game. There's like someone directly underneath him, though. I think they're at the bottom floor of the building. He's getting his augments. Not really the best to be doing that. He got the 2-key one. It isn't the end of the world to try to get your augments, because you might bait someone into pushing you. He should get shots on this. We'll see if he pushes it. Only one bullet. It's probably not worth pushing that. But I feel like also you kind of want to do something if you're this player, because they've just been kind of doing nothing the entire time. Like, I feel like you want to advance the game a little bit faster than this, because, like I said, you want to clear out the players here and then open the vault. I would assume that's, like, the thought process of wanting to land here. You get really good loot out of the vault. You get max heat. You get a lot of gold. It's really worthwhile to do so. But he's taken so long to clear this area and played this incredibly passively that, like, other people from other areas are going to be, like, ready to third party the vault. That's, like, kind of the, like, the thing you need to balance. Like, if you go for the vault too quickly, then it's just going to be very, very, very chaotic, and you're probably just going to die. But if you go too slowly, then you're getting third partied by other people while you're in the vault, and it's just, like, it's not great. So I would have liked to see this player kind of do a little bit more, especially when it was clear there was other people fighting. Like, he could have probably either eliminated this player if he third-partied them while they were fighting. I'm not sure where they're going. Yeah, I don't have much faith in this player. You could jump off the zip line and you don't take any fall damage. So he could like ride it to the roof of that building, drop down, and then fight that player. He really didn't get any damage on them, so maybe it's not the best play to do. But looking for tags on the feet, maybe 31 damage, not the most. This player hammered out. I'm sad that like the spectator doesn't work on the red eye. I don't remember it being like that for the other like first-person assault rifles. But as you see, there's more people here now on the outskirts. I think this player that does that fight down there, I think just is somebody third-partying it. He's gonna be late on this third party too, because the player killed immediately. Yeah, he's like really late on this third party. The person has already moved. Now he's gonna get third partied himself, I think. There is somebody coming behind him, but it can be hard to tell henchman footsteps from like real player footsteps. But you see, this is what I was talking about. He's getting shot from like every angle imaginable. Plus there's like henchmen shooting underneath him. It's like, it is chaos. And I feel like a lot of that is because he didn't kill that other person sooner. There's like a golden window of time where like, it's not quite super early in the game, but also not quite to the point where people like are third partying. And that's like the timing you want to get the vault. Because now, like, other people have been able to come into the POI, and I would imagine that's just going to continue forever. He's playing this very passive. Once again, he could have third-partied this fight, I think. He doesn't have the most intel on that player, but that player and another player were just on that roof kind of trading damage. So I think the boba lady was probably somewhat weak there. I'm, like, very surprised this person is still alive. I'm not going to lie. His name fits him. Very chill playstyle. GG's. I know what I was talking about. Like, you see how this player just, like, engaged on him and, like, got that, like, kill immediately? That is what I wanted the Chill Zaddy player to do. Versus any of the other people that were fighting. That is, like... This season is very, like, brutal in that regard. Like, the hammer is just great mobility for getting on somebody. The thunder shotgun is incredible damage. And, like, the players that are comfortable close range fighting, I feel like just have a massive advantage on the other players. And you saw this player looked much more comfortable in that fight than, like, the Chill Zaddy player did. And so, when a fight did ultimately happen, it was kind of a foregone conclusion. And that's why I kind of stress to you guys so much to get comfortable fighting. Because... nobody is comfortable fighting early on, you know? Like, everyone has to start somewhere and then just get better over time. But if you play, like, overly passive and, like, overly safe, then you're never really going to get that experience. And then I feel like every fight is just going to be you getting engaged on, like how we saw with that player there, you know? Like, they were clearly trying. They were playing very, like mindful, I would say. Like, they were trying to be very, like, safe and cautious about how they played. But, like, because of that, I feel like they just, like, there's nothing for them to really take away from this game, you know? Whereas, like, if they had just gone on some of those fights, maybe they lose still. But, like, at least they get that, like, that experience fighting. And this player's going for an interesting loadout. They have no medium range weapon at all, which can be done this season because of how good the hammer is, but he only has one hammer. I feel like if you're going to want to just, like, optimize for close range like this, you probably want multiple hammers. But I feel like they've been fighting for their life most of the game. I don't know how that didn't count as them hitting this, like, running this player over. Because, I think when we were, like, watching the chill player and there was, like, constant fighting going on that we heard, I think this player was the one, like, eliminating the people at faulty. And it just took so long for, like, the faulty fights to play out that, like, nobody got the vault, which isn't ideal. Because you're gonna get third parties there. You're gonna have to deal with that chaos. What's going on? Oh, no. I don't think he meant to do that. It works, though. But yeah, like, kind of worst case scenario is you don't get the vault, but then you also have to deal with the fact that you landed at a location that's going to get third partied. We'll see if he's going to go for this red eye here. I think he's just going no AR. Which, like I said, it can work, but it's not my preferred playstyle. It's something that I feel like works a lot more in build mode. Like, you'll often see people just running shotgun SMG in build mode and then, like, mobility and heals. Because with building, you can make every fight a close range fight, you know? But in zero build, just being able to get those AR tags is very nice. Especially since he doesn't have multiple hammers. So if he does get caught off in a fight that's, like, guaranteed medium range and his hammer is on cooldown, that's not going to be great for him. And then also he doesn't have, like, the fastest healing item. Big pots are not preferred, but it's not really his choice. Like, it's not like he passed up splashes for this, you know? Like, you just tap into not get splashes. It is what it is. That's, like, another kind of downside of the early game playing out like it did, because Faulty has an insane amount of coolers. That you should be able to definitely leave Faulty with max splashes if you're able to loot it and get the vault, but it's just like they didn't get to do that this game. If I was this player, if you want splashes mid to late game, coolers are nice if you're in an area where there's coolers, but also the Deku drops can be really good for splashes. Like sometimes they drop 4, sometimes they drop 2, sometimes they drop none, but if you get one of the 4 ones, that's nice. Also, this area having the drones, the gold location, you have a decent chance of... Wait, did he just run somebody over? What the heck? You have a decent chance of getting splashes from the drones because they drop double heals. Dude, this player has to be so annoyed. Well, they end up getting the kill there. But imagine you die to that. Like, this person's like getting their augments or something. Someone randomly drives through their house. And then GG's. This person has very good loot. Once again, no splashes. But, you know, pump. Mythic pistol, red eye. There was a gold pistol on the, or gold pump on the player he just eliminated. And he was probably just like kind of stressed about Storm. And that's why he didn't get it, or like didn't realize it was there. But I feel like with the most wanted update, you really don't need to be that mindful of Storm. Like obviously you don't want to just hang out in here all game, but if you take a bit of Storm damage, it's not that big of a deal, because once your heat is level 2, you'll regenerate all your white HP. So as long as you make it out of Storm and aren't just immediately fought when you get out, you'll be fine. But this player seems solid thus far. And that kind of shows why the AR is nice to have. Like, he opened that fight with, like, 70 damage on the player. And then not only did he get that early damage, but that Captain America, like, was pressured and had to heal. So he got, like, a shot on the Captain America where his gun wasn't quite out yet, I think. Once again, probably going to open with a decent amount of damage. He's getting shot in the back here. You want to just... He's actually chill. I thought he was getting shot in the back. Oh, my gosh. That's why I like the pistol over the twin mag for zero build. Like, the twin mag is great, don't get me wrong, but just, like, mid-range fights like that, the pistol is so nice for. And I feel like that actually, like, those fights happen a decent amount with players, like, hammering away from you or, like, you know, doing whatever they're going to do. There's lots of mobility in the game and ways for them just to kind of, like, create somewhat of a mid-range fight, and the pistol can just fry still. If he was getting shot in the back there, though, I thought he was getting shot by somebody on his glacier with him. The ideal thing to do, I think, would have been just to hammer on the player that he had somewhat weak and then kill them and then fight the person on the glacier afterwards. It is risky, but at the same time, if you're pinched between 2 players and you're, like, pinched hard, you know, like, I feel like you just got to go on the one that you have weak and, like, hopefully, like, clear that location. He should be able to hold this player, but, like, Storm isn't the most lethal thing right now. He doesn't have any actual heals. He just has minis, so he can't get any more health here. If he had heat, though, like if he was max heat, he would be regenerating all his HP. He would be max HP by now. That player that he fried is still there. And I think they will beat this player in a fight if they fight them. Like, the player we're currently spectating seems solid. I don't understand what happened there. Look at how free this kill is because he got red eye tagged. There's somebody hammering behind him. Nice. This is, like, good. A lot of people would get 2 tunnel vision on that damage they had. That's perfect. Good. Yeah, I think a lot of players, when they get, like, damage on somebody like that, they get 2 tunnel vision on it, but he heard the player hammer behind him and, like, immediately got that kill. And then now he can hold these other people, which is nice. They may have gotten in, though. I'm not sure. Oh, no, one's there. Not the most damage, but 90 isn't irrelevant, especially when a player is already healing in zone. They're in the car together now. I think you pop one of the tires, maybe. The car is relatively weak, though. Nice. That's, yeah. I think this player wins. I'm going to lock it in now. I think he needs to reload his red eye, but I have, like, this player just seems very comfortable fighting, and they make good decisions over the course of a fight. And really, for public matches, like, that's all you have to do, I think. It is rare that public matches require the, like, most high IQ, you know? Like, if you can fight and you put yourself in decent fights, you'll win. And I feel like that was one of the, like, with the first player we spectated, they were a little bit slow at making decisions because I feel like they were kind of, like, overthinking everything. But you typically don't need that in a game like this for public matches, I think. I think a lot of players struggle with that sort of thing just based on, like, people I've seen. Like, very small windows of time, like, have very large impacts on the fight. So if you hesitate, it can just like lose you the game so quickly. They have 2 opponents remaining. This is like always a weird situation in solos because the 2 that fight have a decent chance to lose if one doesn't like get the kill very quickly. Everyone is really split though. Bro, is this that boba lady we saw back in Faulty? Like, it's like 150 damage right there, I think. Like, that was just not an irrelevant amount of damage. It's hard for him to do anything with that, though. If it was a 1v1, I would imagine they push him, but he's worried about getting third-partied, so he doesn't want to all-in on a fight where he doesn't have to. But still, like, you've just seen, like, every aspect of fighting this player has been solid at, whether it's, like, mid-range, close range, weapon swapping, kind of making decisions while getting third-partied. I'm not a huge fan of the ice beat, personally. I know you can kind of, like, perpetually jump slide continuously because of it, but it's not my thing. This is a good play here though. He's just playing the edge of zone because he saw that other player over here and he doesn't want to get third party, so he's just kind of like chilling on the edge. That way he doesn't have to worry about Storm. He knows the other guy's at the brutal castle, and then he could just easily get this kill or like reduce the angles he's exposed to. At least this should be a kill. His aim has been pretty good so far. Yeah, 1v1, and he knows the boba player, like, he fried them earlier. That damage is probably irrelevant by this point in time, but the boba player really didn't react that quickly to getting beamed, so I feel like that's another reason why he wasn't that concerned about killing him there. Because, like, if you tag somebody a bunch, like, he got more damage on that player than he probably should have, because that player didn't respond very well to getting shot. And if you kind of notice that in a fight, then you know that person's not as big of a threat. So you can worry about the other player knowing that that boba person probably isn't going to third party you. At least that would be like kind of the logic I have there. Playing this a little safer than I would. I don't know what he's getting here. Gold red eye. I feel like the only way this player loses the game is to a heavy sniper. That's it. If that boba person heavy snipes him, they can maybe get the kill. But aside from that, I'm very confident this Johnny player will win the game. He's going to go over here once it's like probably the best location in zone right now. It's like a decent amount of high ground, and he knows that the boba player was kind of pushing towards here. It looked like. Yeah, they're on the hill. Yeah, nice. This is a win. Unless they disconnect from the game right now, they got this. Just going for the hammer smash for the win. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, informative, interesting. I think it was pretty interesting to see kind of the stark difference between what I was talking about at the start of the game with the player that was like kind of overthinking everything and being a little bit too passive and a little bit too slow on getting like third party situations to play out for them. And then we end up spectating someone that's just comfortable fighting. And I feel like you just immediately see the difference in like how quick the person is making decisions and just how comfortable they are playing the game. And that translates to them winning the game. But if you guys found this helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.